like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Jim.
Welcome to our channel where we repair and restore vintage air-cooled cars and motorcycles.
Join us as we tackle everything from simple repairs and issues to complete restorations.
Today we're working on a 1971 Beetle. We're going to show you how to put the trim pieces on after a paint job.
There's a few tricks to putting it on, especially in the 67 and up Beetles that have the narrow trim and the small holes. If you're not careful, you'll wind up either damaging the clips that you're putting in, or if you hit it too hard, you can actually bend the metal or put a dent in the car, especially on the hood or some of the other surfaces. So we'll show you a couple of tricks there. Just as a little side note, if you hear our shop dogs barking in the background, that's normal, nothing to be concerned about. Right. On the small holes, I like to use about a 173 diameter drill. What you want to do is simply drill the paint buildup out of the hole. You don't want to take any of the metal out, but the idea is these little plastic clips, if the hole isn't big enough, you can't push the pin all the way in, and some people wind up actually cutting the pins off, which is not a good idea because then the clip is not in the metal and holding it firmly like it should.
Can I show them the clip?
You can show them one of the clips.
Okay. This is what the clips look like. Oh, I'm dropping them now. You want a close-up of it?
If you want to. The idea, like I said, is to simply drill the paint out of the hole and not actually enlarge the hole. You're just basically taking it back to what it originally was. Depending on what brand of clips you buy, if the 173 is not quite large enough, you can also go to the next size up, which would be a 177.
Ready? This would just slide the gasket in until it clicks.
The gasket side goes in, and it should snap
click.
It should snap in place.
If it don't click. And which direction should they be going?
They should be going lengthwise. And this is the part where people find out the hole size is not big enough. Because what you have to do is simply tap the pin down. I use a rubber or plastic mallet just because I know I would never miss and hit the paint, but just in case. If the hole isn't big enough, the pin will not go in. And like I said, some people resort to taking a pair of wire cutters and simply cutting the pin off, but then the clip is not held into place.
You don't trust me with the hammer? Because I'll use it on them.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Hey, Jimmy, this one.
Oh, I thought that was yours.
No, I said you take those. You don't listen, none
There's
of them.
two.
You don't listen.
Tell me one man that does.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. I dropped one. Spike, but don't step on the table. I'll go put the ones on the other side.
No.
Oh, okay.
So So anyway, that completes getting the molding clips in place. And like I said, a rubber or plastic mallet is your best friend for this. If you have to hit the clips really hard to push the pin in, you might want to consider a slightly larger drill bit.
Let me show them something too.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be your pin side, and this is going to be the gasket side that goes in the hole. Okay.
Now, once you've got the clips in place, simply line the molding up. In this case, I want it to go up next to the door opening, and you can put it in place, and the molding will simply slide over the clip and pop into place.
Very simply.
Very simple. There we go.
Everything with cars and houses.
There we go.
So this side goes on the front, because it's rounded, the radius one?
Yes.
Which direction?
The flat piece goes back towards the door.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Okay.
And if your clips are not perfectly straight, it will make a difference in the molding going on. So if you're having trouble getting the molding on, it may simply be because the clips aren't lined up straight.
Makes sense.
And that front one's a little twisted.
Yeah, I haven't adjusted that one yet. I'll adjust. Let me just take it off. This is how it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we gonna polish it?
Not today.
Doesn't feel like, what if it's not making contact with the metal? Like it's bowed out or something? Is that the clip?
Yeah,
Being
that's,
twisted?
but it's fine. No, it's
Okay.
fine. It's good. So that's how you install the molding on the car after a paint job. Also, on the hood, you'll need to drill those out after the paint job, and also the clips for the VW emblem. If those aren't drilled out, those are extremely difficult to get in, and you end up having to hit this molding piece a lot harder than you should. Also, one other thing that you'll run into after a paint job, if you replace the gasket on here, there's 3 holes. You'll probably need to drill those out with a number 11 or number 12 drill, which is either 189 or 191 diameter. You want the hole big enough that the rubber will pull through without breaking the ends off of the little pieces that are made to go in the holes. Don't ask me how I know that, but if you don't drill them out big enough, you can break those off.
Don't ask you how you know.
Yeah, don't ask me how I know that. But it will happen, and you've got 3 on each side. Helps if you put a little silicone grease on the rubber molding before you push it through. Ideal, like I said, you want it to go through, be a fairly tight fit, but not so tight that you end up breaking the rubber gasket as you're pulling it through. And those are the tips for putting the molding on. We hope you've enjoyed the video, and we hope you've learned something.
Like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.